Attention passionate Buffalo, BILLSFANS. Latest news, something big is happening in the AFC East and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Buffalo Bills' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Buffalo Bills fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your FRINDS and Buffalo, BILLSFANS. Let's get to the news, all right. Bills Mafia, buckle up because what I'm about to tell you is straight out of the rumor mill, but it's got some serious weight behind it. The NFL landscape is always shifting, and right now, there's a lot of buzz about a potential blockbuster trade involving Jeffrey Simmons, the dominant defensive tackle from the Tennessee Titans and the Buffalo Bills. Yeah, I know it sounds wild, but let's dig into the details because this could be a game changer for our team, especially on the defensive front, which has been a work in progress all season long. Sources indicate that the Titans, currently sitting at a dismal 3-11 record and battling a tight cap situation with just about $12 million available for 2026, according to Over the Cap, are exploring options to rebuild. They're reportedly open to trading Jeffrey Simmons, a player who's been a cornerstone in their defensive line, in exchange for a couple of second-round picks. The Titans are prioritizing acquiring draft capital, especially for a future quarterback, as they look ahead to the 2024 draft and beyond. Meanwhile, the Bills, sitting comfortably at 10-4 and competing strongly in the AFC East, are eyeing Simmons as a piece that could elevate their defensive line to a new level. Now, Simmons isn't just any interior lineman. Standing 6'4" and weighing around 305 pounds, he's a force to be reckoned with. In 2025, he's been absolutely wrecking offenses, recording 5 sacks, 28 quarterback hits, and 9 tackles for loss. His PFF grade is an eye-popping 94, which puts him among the best in the league. His run defense grade, an impressive 89.6. When you look at his stats, it's clear he's a game wrecker, a guy who can disrupt plays from the inside and command double teams, freeing up teammates to make plays. His pressure rate hovers around 17% on NFL.com, and he's winning 47% of his bull rush attempts, according to Next Gen Stats. Simmons' career totals include over 50 sacks and 3 Pro Bowl nods, and even with a shoulder injury that caused him to miss 2 games, he's maintaining a solid pace of 0.75 sacks per game. What makes Simmons such a valuable asset is his ability to anchor a defensive front. Think of him as the modern-day Ndamukong from the Lions in the 2010s, a guy who can anchor the interior line and dominate the trenches. His power PFF grade is an outstanding 89.2, which is a testament to his strength and technique. The Titans, on the other hand, have been struggling defensively, ranking 25th overall, allowing about 28 points per game. Their interior defense is considered a weak spot, especially against the run, with a run-stop percentage of -19%. Their odds of making a deep playoff run have plummeted from +6, 0 to +15, 0, and it's clear they're in rebuild mode, especially with their plans to extend QB Will Levis. Now, for the Bills, this potential trade is like a seismic shift. Adding Simmons would be akin to inserting a tectonic plate beneath their defensive front. If the trade goes through, it would inject immediate life into a defense that's already been solid, but could use that extra push. With Simmons, the Bills could solidify their interior line, making their run defense significantly better, allowing less than 85 yards per game on the ground, a boost from their current 115 yards allowed. When paired with Ed Oliver, who has an 82.8 PFF grade, Simmons' presence could elevate the entire front seven. Simmons' pressure rate surpasses that of Daquan Jones, another key interior defender at 12%, projecting to add around 8 more sacks and improving run defense EPA by about 18%. This would be a massive upgrade for Buffalo, especially considering how much they rely on their interior to set the tone. Considering the current injury situation, with Kincaid's knee and Hardman's calf limited, the Bills are looking to balance their offense and defense to push for a deep playoff run. They're already averaging around 30 points per game, but with Simmons anchoring the line, they could push that number even higher while tightening up their defense to force more turnovers and reduce points allowed. This move could also be seen as a strategic shot across the bow in the AFC East, especially with the Jets' defense being quite weak, making Buffalo's trench warfare advantage even more critical. The Bills already have a solid core, but Simmons' addition would turn them into an absolute nightmare for opposing offensive lines, especially in high-stakes playoff games. Looking at the bigger picture, this move echoes what we saw with Vita V's trade last year, which boosted the Tampa Bay Buccaneers' interior and increased their chances by about 14%. If the Bills land Simmons, they're not just adding a player, they're building a fortress in the middle of their defense. It's about creating an unbreakable interior that can dominate the run game, pressure the quarterback relentlessly, and extend their Super Bowl window. With Simmons, the Bills could become one of the most feared defenses in the league, capable of shutting down even the most potent offenses in the AFC. Now, let's talk about the implications for the AFC East. The Bills, with a shot of Simmons anchoring their line, could turn into the division's bully. Their odds of winning the AFC East would solidify, and their Super Bowl odds would skyrocket from plus 450 to plus 220, making them a real contender. The difference in trench warfare could be the key to overcoming teams like the Jets, whose front is currently considered weak, and setting the tone for the playoffs. This move could also send a message to the rest of the league. Buffalo is serious about their championship ambitions, and they're willing to make bold moves to get there. Of course, nothing is without risk. The Titans are in a rebuild, and trading Simmons might be their way of cutting losses and focusing on future assets. But for the Bills, this is a chance to strike while the iron is hot. The team has been building steadily, with a strong offense led by Josh Allen and a defense that's been improving all season. Adding a player of Simmons' caliber would be a statement, a clear indication that Buffalo is not just here to compete but to dominate. It's about creating a legacy, about making the Highmark Stadium a fortress where opponents come to lose. Looking ahead, if this trade happens, it could redefine the Bills' identity for years to come. Simmons' presence on the line would help them control games from the inside out, giving their secondary more freedom and their linebackers more opportunities to make plays. It would also help them in close games, where interior pressure and run-stopping ability often determine the outcome. The Bills have been close in recent years to making a deep playoff run, and this move could be the final piece needed to push them over the top and make a serious push for Super Bowl LXI. So, fans, what do you think? Is this a move the Bills should seriously consider? Would Simmons be the difference maker in their quest for another championship? The NFL is all about making bold moves, and Buffalo has the assets and the motivation to pull it off. As always, we'll keep a close eye on how this develops because, in the end, the power balance in the AFC could be forever altered by what's happening behind the scenes right now. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YOUTUBE algorithm to keep recommending the latest Buffalo Bills news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. And now, Buffalo Bills fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this potential move? Do you believe Simmons would be the missing piece for our defense? Are you excited about the possibility of the Bills making such a bold statement? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Bills. Remember, this is a community, and your voice helps shape the conversation. I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Buffalo Bills news and analysis. We're all in this together, and I can't wait to see how this story unfolds. Let's go Bills!